Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Pick it sometime later into the draft too. Okay, by the way, this is B1 worthy now.
D1 Renekton. It's the LPL Classic as Doctum in big trouble. Ignited and taken down. Easiest first blood RNG I've had all year.
And this is with FPX getting...
Yeah, that bot lane prio. The fact that Doctum, his flash just coming up now.
Oh, good knockup.
Up onto LWX, but it's traded back onto Doctum there by Ming. Ming should be able to dash out. Life almost goes down there. LWX, great damage. As Wei can now move into the play. Milky Way will be focused down here, but flashes to safety himself. Wei follows it. The Crescent Guard keeps Milky Way alive, but now Wei doesn't quite have the damage.
The Ignite!
Oh, the W for the Ignite! It's enough! And Ming takes down Milky Way.
Great eyes onto Wei just yet. They're going to get that right now with Karma starting to roam out. This is important. Care has been winning the early laning phase. You expect that from Karma. Is that going to lead to a winning fight, though?
We might just have a scrap here. Life is level 6 on the Ornn, and the horn sounds. Railgun across the team. Knockups are good as well, but Milky Way is down once again. Knockup is there onto Wei. Maybe they could trade. Jungle is here, and Life flashes for his life. Gets a heal out from the center of the Charm Lands, and Ming chases onto Doctum as well. Tanguing gets the reset, and it's a double for LWX.
What is happening with FPX's decision making? They're going in. Also, I'd be so fascinated once again, because it's such an LPL thing to happen. RNG, I'll potentially have to see if the top laner can survive. Milky Way Doctum on their own.
Whether they're winning at the time or not, one thing you can say about FPX is they do not slow down. Now a dive on the top side, but Breathe keeps himself safe, uses that all out, uses the ghost, but will be forced away. And with 6 grubs here, it's going to be a lot of tower damage.
Yeah, it is, and I think this is really important because FX did not want to play towards bot side. Look how many red wards there are on the bot side of the map. This is why FX left this side, but it means that Life is probably going to die in the turret. No ult just yet.
The root lands from LWX.
Oh no!
Life, and Care TP'd in as well. Why? Why?
It's a care package. He just teleports in and he gives a free set of gold over. Breathe, however, returning to favor on top side.
What are we doing? Why are we... Okay, well, score it. But in the meantime, it's 7-2 on the scoreboard as FPX look for a tier 2 in the top side with 6 groups, a center Renekton. I think they might just get it.
And the thing is, you know, tower plates make towers tankier. Inner turrets don't have that. So even though the fact that they would have been
a bit late to get it on the Barisol in that play, now getting charmed in River. I don't know, maybe his W was on cooldown, I'm not sure. Smite comes through from Milky Way, grabs his red buff, spots the clone as well, dashes on in for more. The route onto Wei is there. I don't know if they finished the kill. Milky Way's desperate to do it.
Snipe!
Life snipes him with the Ornn horn, and Milky Way gets onto the scoreboard a little bit here. FPX finally finding themselves a fight. Suddenly, out of nowhere, they grab themselves 3.
This was what RNG was supposed to be showing us what they can do in a 5v5. No center ults on them either, so the FPX missing some key crucial tools to teamfight with. RNG walk away with Soul.
Available, but I don't know if you really want to commit into that one for Life. And the fact that FPX managing to find themselves that fight off the back of RNG, who are starting yet another one. Spirish used by Tanguy. They're looking for Life. The W denies a little bit, but not enough. And LWX grabs his 6th kill of the game.
We were talking about the Rakan whoop. I didn't know
video,
that.
Very educational, worth watching. Speaking of educational, FPX want to educate Breathe on positioning, but Breathe is, turns out he's the teacher after all. Ming has to dash away to safety. Health bar's still pretty healthy aside from Doctum, and Breathe just 1v1s him. The teacher has brought class into session, and in the meantime, the other top laner goes down. It's a disaster for FPX, and LWX survives on the back line. Milky Way versus the world, and the world is just too heavy this time around. Care flashes to safety, but he just doesn't have the damage to do anything. The Q comes on through. That was so close to disaster.
It is kind of disaster all the same. It's going to be the Baron going over to RNG. It's a bit of a K'Sante moment. It's a bit of a Breathe moment. It's a bit of RNG showing up when it doesn't matter to them. they still have seeding to fight for. They would really be expected to walk away with this one, but RNG are comprehensively putting them to the sword. This should go down with the on-hit Varus burning it down, but there are teleports. How many can they get from the retreat?
Way gets the flash over the wall. Breed is going to go down. LWX is going to go down. This maybe is it for FPX, in fact. 2 kills, both of them onto Xiaolahu. They can't.
Good job of turning things around at the back of this and getting good damage onto LWX. And Ming as well, but Life can't quite finish that. Ming, as we speak of it, gonna die.
That is not the time to get caught out, Ming. A bit disrespectful, you know Drake's coming up. The odds of FPX, but all of the normal item names. Am I that worried? Like, we all know that it's an Ornn upgrade on the item. Does it need a name? I'm not too worried about it.
Sometimes it can be fun. Less fun is Life taking all of his high HP. He's just gonna die for free.
Oh, this is a disaster for the side of FPX that just walked into their own demise. Life still surviving. Milky Way as well. Maybe they can turn this one around. Care still going to. Xiaolahu gets into the mix, but it's just not tanky enough. Or maybe he is with those shields coming through. Breathe finds the all out and cleans things up. Breathe, he's had a pretty decent split. He's been the highlight for RNG. And Xiaolahu commits to a 3v4 where he could run away, perhaps overestimating how much tankiness this Karma is going to offer with those shields. And it was clear that Milky Way was not keen. Idea of going in. Remember that Rakan engage followed up by a Wukong is devastating.
And also Tanyuan following up with a Magi's with the death cap as well. So strong. Flashed away from the Varus ults.
That's Doctum's flash. That's huge. That's such a big cooldown. Care doesn't have a flash either.
All the damage.
Just annihilate the top laner. Good all comes out from Life. Good combo to CC up LWX, but nobody can follow up whatsoever. Milky Way goes down on the backside. Doctum's still going. Maybe Life can tank for the carries, but I don't think so. Double for LWX and RNG. I guess Royal Neva gave up after all.
How do you get through even the Varus? The Varus is a half tank now at this point, by the way. He's going to keep healing through you as well. Even if you reach those choice targets. There's a Banshee, there's an assassination!
Oh, Tanyuan! Where has that been? All split long. This is more like it, RNG. Goes in for another chance, doesn't quite find the bonus target, but it doesn't matter. He's done his work. 3-0-13 on the Ahri, and this will be a triple in him.
I dare you to say Ahri's not an assassin. She's back and she has damage. RNG are back and they have damage.
Doctum getting caught once again. A tough game for him on the center. The Baroned Up Cannons will end this, and RNG want one last fight before the Nexus falls. Xiaolahu falls. Life will fall as well. And RNG, this has been clean. Another double for Breathe, who's looked fantastic in this game. LWX finishing.
But in terms of untargeted hooks, you're playing against, 4 ranged champions, and then the 5th being a Poppy that will have like a million movement speed once you pop W. So Life is going to have to really be on point to get value out of this pick. Way back on top side again. Xiaolahu low HP. Has Ghost again. Is there any reality of a kill threat here? I'm not exactly sure.
I think Xiaolahu should be okay. Has that all out, but maybe they can go for a dive here. Stun doesn't land against the wall. The knock is there. Gold card is there as well. This steadfast presence, I was wrong. It's absolutely a kill angle. Breathe with first blood.
No one moving topside from FPX to save their top laner. It is a huge amount of plates going to go to the side of Breathe and RNG. Yes, it's traded for a dragon and potential some breathing room for Doctam and Life, but Breathe is red buff on the top side, means that Milky Way will get his hands on it. He's getting himself pretty far ahead. Wow,
okay, that's just a kill onto Big, right? Like, easiest kill of Doctum's life there. The bailout comes through. LWX wants the 2v1, and he might just win it as well. Doctum trying to trade it back. LWX flashes forward, gets knocked up, but he's got the damage to take down Doctum, and Life doesn't stand a chance. Gets the E in, WQ. No, the W is on cooldown, just a Q, and Life walks away, but AC Way, slam to it.
If you can start chunking him out so he can't be on the map, it is quite important. Way would have to go back towards camp to get some life steal. Starts up for a cross map as well. Teleport potential towards bot side too if they wanted to.
That teleport is going to be channeled, but Ming's already gone down and they're out of there. Tanyuan Trying to find a punish here. Milky Way could be the target. Spiraling Despair is a lot of damage. Doctor goes on forwards. LWX, the target here. Milky Way back in, and that's the burst that they needed. Telling you a next target gets the fear to keep himself safe. Stockton looks for a little bit more. Life has Hook available. Really okay with that top lane 1v1 just being isolated in the long term. There's ultimate still available for Wake. Cancelled that channel. We move back in once again. The hook comes on through. But again, onto Wake. We mentioned it before. Poppy is not the target you want.
It's not CC. Oh, no. Walks into the brush and doesn't see it.
Oh, an uncharacteristic fumble there from Milky Way. It's a whole thing. 2 items picked up for Breathe though now. As this matchup ain't getting any easier. It's a full tier 3 advantage in that top lane between the solo laners. As Life continues to fish for hooks, Ming continues to be the target. And that'll be the 3rd death this game for Ming, and all 3 of them off of the back of Life's grabs.
In Blitzcrank we trust. See how many more of them he can get. Breathe. Is he going to get teleported? He is. He doesn't have a cleanse or anything. He has a turret to fall back to, but here comes Milky Way as well. Can Way save him?
Uses the Ghost to try and get out. Gold card there to try and get Milky Way, but the kickback is there. Care should be able to find the stun. The buffer is there. Tibbers is in, and Care grabs his first of the game. And now Way wants the reinforcements. He needs reinforcements all of a sudden. Hooked back in. Milky Way dives forward. Way forced to flash. That's Tower in the bottom lane.
While this is happening, RNG are pushing the other 2 lanes. LWX pushing in.
I felt like the rest of FPX were not ready for Life's Hook there. I think there was maybe a chance of...
You got the double might spawning. It's one of these things which changes the way that your macro happens too. If you give up that, it's so much harder to cross map.
The terrifying Blitzcrank flank. I'm not sure that's going to work for your Life. There's a hostile takeover as well. Big time. I mean, what did he expect, man? That was one of the most comical support flanks I think of.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you killing this Herald, all right? And that's kind of it.
It's got a bit of misclick, right?
It's driving to the shops.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to drive the Herald there. I'm not sure. Either way, Drake is up. RNG are in the river right now. Life looking for a hook. Forces a flash out from Breathe. Care is on a flank as well. This Tibbers could be devastating. Flash is available.
So, big thing. No Twisted Fate ult to spot out the flankers. It means that they can just sit off the vision, but now Care walks into it anyway.
They just go towards him. Care can't 1v5 them, and instantly they find themselves a pick. It only works if Care can get the Tibbers down while the rest of the team is moving in. Fantastic presence of mind from RNG.
And even with Care going for the Shurelias, the extra mobility as a second item, it wasn't up for that big play. He goes down very, very easily. At least the 6 grub buff gives FPX the extra pushing power to take themselves in a turret. It picks in one of them. This is one of the ways you can answer a split push. You overload one lane and you look for big picks. What that means though is that you are always missing one lane of farm. Right now they're missing top lane and they're putting multiple people into bot lane to answer Breed. This has happened so much that now we see Shallow behind a farm, we see Care behind a farm, but they're trying to make up for it in big plays, but even then they're not quite making it right now.
Flash available, Tibbers comes in, that's the CC chain with the all out as well. An easy pick for FPX, and like you say, finding that side lane pick.
This is the gambit which FPX are playing.
Life gets a chunk, but Way needs to move in. That Poppy ultimate could be everything. Care behind enemy lines. He doesn't actually have Tibbers, doesn't have Flash available either. I'm not sure what he can achieve.
Oh, we might be flipping this, folks.
Oh boy, here we go. Way looking for that ultimate, see what he can do with it. Life's just gone, and he gets the Baron as well. RNG, they want to make this upset happen, but FPX not going down without a fight here. Spiraling Despair to Milky Way, forces him back. Procs, but doesn't quite hit the whole team. Shallow now on the front line, trying to buffer for his team, trying to be that protector. He goes down to LWX. Are we going to use the Twist Fatal? No, just goes to the mid lane. And FPX walk away wounded without Baron.
Another wave. FPX, that was the gambit they made, the gamble. They have to try and get kills now before the Baron buff kills them.
Life's going for it. He's on to LWX. There's no follow-up. Okay, there's the follow-up. Bailout ain't enough. And it's a kill into the pocket of Doctum here. Way, next target on the chopping block. He's low on mana, and in the meantime, Ming's going down on the top side. Doctum dives over the wall to take him down. And FPX finally answer. But in the meantime, oh, look at the towers.
This is exactly the problem. It is just trying to pick up the pieces from FPX.
I didn't see it on live, but Way just completely whiffed his ultimate earlier on as well. So a bit of redemption there in the play, honestly, for Way. The fact that he gets that steal in the end. FPX grab themselves a second Drake. And they need to get back to the base because you can see Way, just running it down the mid lane to try and threaten onto this inhib using that Baron buff. He doesn't even need to hit the tower. That's what the minions are for. That's what that cannon is for. This is going to be an inhib taken by Way without ever going near the tower.
Oh my god, there's such a flex to stand here. It's like, well, this is what I got before.
Oh,
no, he woke up at the wrong point!
He wasn't far enough for Way, or maybe he was. Way actually gets away with this one. Surely not Xiaolahu there to punish, but the steadfast presence and the bailout as well. RNG saved their jungler, inhibitor secured, and maybe the upset secured as well.
He's just playing like an executive. He delegates the task of killing the tower to his minions, and then he gets a bailout, a corporate bailout to save the executive. He's alive, and he'll be walking with a Baron buff to potentially take down FPX at a 2-0.
Call it a subprime mortgage. He's still managed to get out with his own fortune here. Doctor, big damage. Hooked in and diving forwards. Doctor's taking things into his own hands, but he just doesn't have the damage to make it happen. 1 for 1 here as Milky Way looks for a little bit more as well. Health bar's low for RNG, but the Q goes wide. Life maybe can find a hook. Tipper's on cooldown. I don't think more can be found right now.
Unless Milky Way's got another ward hop, what's he got? Blast Cone, doesn't see her in that brush. Needs to wait for the next Q cooldown. Milky Way is just hoping that one of these Qs will hit to be the case. So FPX, they survive the Baron. After they so graciously gifted over to RNG on the other side. This could be a kill. Remember, again, big damage from Milky Way.
But Breathe flashes away and Way's in the brush as well. The kick is huge, but not huge enough, and Breathe still survives. Life now being chased down, but Xiaolahu here as well, and the hook comes up through Breathe. Way oversteps the mark, but Tang Yuan answers it anyway.
I love how he just puts his a couple of seconds of free push. Now moving across the map, see that Breathe has gone towards that top side, sat on that top lane brush. Again, just on call. When you're playing not just in the middle of the map, but you're playing towards like the inner turrets, you've got so much quicker teleports.
Doctum's gone top, that means Breathe can go mid, and it means that Care is caught. It means that RNG found their window. Go card locked in, and Xiaolahu, he's found an all out, but I don't think there's a way out in this one. RNG take 2 picks, and LWX grabbing that final kill as he takes down his former organization. The inhibs are already gone. This is just a case of walking it in now.
Welcome to late split LPL. We always have upsets, former teams beating each other. And Milky Way, one last shot.
Nice try, CC lands, but there's just no damage unless Doctum can perform some kind of miracle. But Breathe runs him down. He's the better AD carry, and he doesn't even play the role. 5 members still strong from RNG as LWX just walks under the tower to take down the FPX superstar Milky Way. That is going to be game. That is going to be the series, and that is RNG finding the upset and LWX taking down his former home.
Hands up! Who predicted this one? Because this one came...
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.